It's a Blockbull right about now, bringing you the latest episode to the channel. Now, today we're going to concentrate on Velo and Xcn as well. I've just posted this photo out within the last 46 minutes. You can see here, 46 minutes. We've had over 300 votes, and so far, so good for Xcn. 68.4% of my audience do believe Xcn will reach 10 cents before Velo. Obviously, they are very close in terms of sort of price per unit. You can see here, Velo is currently trading at 1 cent 53, and Xcn has just shot up a little bit, 1 cent 55. So we're going to come to it anyway. But before we do dive into the charts, excuse me, we do have the daily crypto bubble. So you can see we've added ADA and Solana as well. Obviously, they got a mention from Donald Trump that they are basically American companies that and cryptocurrencies that will be, in that bracket of small basket of strategic reserve utility tokens, if you will. We have got other sort of tokens, not necessarily. This is the thing with Velo. I'm going to concentrate on Xcn and Velo. Velo is one of the biggest gainers on the day, just behind ADA. Xcn is down. It's only a red bubble in the watch list, down 5.2%. But we know how volatile Xcn is, and this is why we're in it for the max pain, max gain, in my opinion, for Xcn. So we're still riding the wave with that. But before I move into the charts, we do have the White House Crypto Summit this Friday. So this is where Donald Trump and the rest of these attendees will discuss the crypto strategic reserve. And you can see there's some notable names over here. So you've obviously got Donald Trump himself, President of the United States of America. We've got Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple, XRP, Michael Saylor, obviously a big dog with Bitcoin MicroStrategy, Tether there. We've got ARK, Cathie Woods. Anyone who's actually traded stocks will know a Cathie Wood. She's predominantly in tech and growth stocks. Big on Tesla, so she's over there with ARK ETF. Charles Hoskinson, Cardano. We've got Solana, Ethereum, Vitalik Buterin. Wow, it'd be weird sitting across. Could you imagine sitting across the table with Vitalik Buterin? Bloody hell, I bet he's an awkward customer, but I tell you what, he'll know his stuff when it comes to tech. But we got Paul Atkins there, so shout out Paul Atkins. He seems to be dropping SEC cases left, right, and centre. He's doing a better job than Jay Clayton and Gary Gensler put together, that's for certain. Got Brian Armstrong at Coinbase, and we've got CZ, the guy, the main man himself, CZ from Binance is there. So, yeah, without further ado, let's dive into it. So, we do have Velo first up with the sort of fib levels we've marked from like top to bottom. And we've also got this sort of parallel channel. Yes, we do have sort of breakouts here. See this breakout here? Then look at this. I would have hated to have bought here upon this breakout. What an absolute nightmare. That would have, that could have even, fooled the very best traders. Yeah, breakout, fall all the way back down there into the bear market. That is a horrible fake out. Nevertheless, we have got this sort of midway point here where we sort of tested the sort of 382 in my opinion, and then we've been on some sort of upwards trajectory. So Velo is forming a sort of rising wedge, which is sort of by nature in terms of charting patterns, they are bearish. Okay, I still hold Velo. So yeah, bit of a disclaimer there. I still hold Velo. Nevertheless, it looks to be breaking down. Bearish structure is breaking down, so it doesn't look too good. Now, I'm a little bit baffled by this, I'm not going to lie, guys, which is why I've sort of reduced my position and actually rolled it over into XCN, because, people that are subscribing to this channel will know that I am massive on probabilities based on charting patterns, yeah? There's plenty of other channels that will cover RSIs, moving averages, stochastics, etc., etc. But for me, the more sort of formidable and reliable TA is Fibonacci's, combined with charting patterns. Yeah, so this looks like to be breaking down. So ultimately, Velo could be looking at breaking down to the 386. Now, I wouldn't get ahead of myself in saying that. The reason being is because we're on the weekly time frame here. So you can see on the daily, especially with the crypto bubbles, Velo is starting to pick up a little bit. So what I'm going to say is Velo could be looking at a close and pulling its weekly candle body here back up inside of the sort of green section. Okay, so we need to get back above this orange line and back inside the green line. So that is currently at around 1 cent 53. So that's where I would like Velo to close. And I do believe with the crypto strategic reserve being discussed at the end of this week, not that it's a catalyst, but I do believe it's going to be bullish for all cryptos. And obviously, Velo is in that sort of utility basket. Okay, it is built on Stellar, which is an ISO 222 coin. So that is the bullish case for Velo, being able to recover this sort of falling wedge, if you will. Even though this is bearish structure with this wedge, that doesn't mean it can't be invalidated, yeah? We see bull pennants fail, yeah? We see cup and handles fail, etc., etc. Yeah, we've had double bull pennants over on XCN, which has failed to, progress and succeed. We've seen those fail. So that doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad news. These chart patterns are spelling bad news for Velo. Anything can happen, guys. Now let's go over to XCN now. So this is the weekly. Let's go into the daily. You can see a little bit more. So the daily looks pretty obvious. It's clear as day what this is printing. This is ultimately a bull pennant, if you will. To highlight a bull pennant more accurately, what I would have liked to see is probably more volatility in XCN, even though it's been horrible. But something like, clearly marking out the bull pennant as opposed to like a slow grind down. We've literally not even interacted much with this bottom blue line. It's only recently has XCN started interacting with it. You can see here when I zoom into the sort of 4 hour, we had a sort of double bottom there, and we created this inverse head and shoulders, which is bullish structure, may I add. Yeah, inverse head and shoulder, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, fairly explanatory. And again, these apexes can be manipulated with price. Yeah, it isn't me manipulating the prices. It's Donald Trump and the market makers. Okay, I'm just accommodating and readjusting the TA to account for these 4 hour closes. Yeah, so, if we have another sort of fake out to the downside, I would have to drag it down and stretch it out. Yeah, something like this maybe. Yeah, and that'll take us around sort of 12th of March before we see some sort of massive breakout. So anything can happen, guys. What I'll be looking at doing, and my suggestion will be, is hodling the bag. Obviously, I can't keep you up to date on a daily basis with my trades. Yeah, I don't offer a trading signal service. Do you know what I mean? So, if you're only seeing my tweets, a couple of hours later, how volatile these markets are. Yeah, you can miss out on big moves. So that is XCN. Overall, we're printing a bullish sort of structure. So I'm very, very happy with XCN. We have got to be really patient with XCN, obviously printing this sort of pattern. But sooner or later, this is going to break out to the upside. We've had the fake out. We've fallen back inside of the wedge. And we continue to trade sort of sideways and pinball into the apex, which is no big deal, guys. So, yeah, still looking really good overall. But, yeah, XCN is going to absolutely melt faces when it gets going. And what I can do is just plot these sort of fib lines. Yeah, these fib levels. And this is just the fib levels based upon this bull pennant. We can use sort of fib levels from US elections, which I've done previously in other videos. But I've got this purple box up here where I'll be looking at taking profits. Sort of 25 up to sort of 40 cent. You can go higher up to about 50 cent, I do believe, depending on how aggressive you want to be, because the US election fib levels come up to about 50 cents. So the two fib levels are coming up around here. But I'm looking at a sort of flag, doing the 100% move of the flagpole, which tend to occur. So you're pretty much guaranteed these flagpoles, yeah? So when we do get a breakout, which I'd imagine is around here, these sort of prices, you'll be aiming slightly lower, which is why I had it down here. But ultimately, we're going to be doing a minimum 20x, I do believe, for XCN some point in sort of April, May time, which is going to be absolutely huge. So make sure you're taking profits, guys. If you need other plans over on like XRP, XDC, make sure to click the link below. That is theblockbulls.com, and we do have all the updated plans now. So that's XRP and XDC. You will receive a 10% automatic coupon code applied if you do order them two together as a bundle. They are great investments in my opinion, and they will save you a lot of money, and you won't be left holding the bag at the end of this cycle, put it that way, guys, because we will be taking profits. We've got all the AI recommendations, etc in there, guys. So yeah, I've been the Block Bull. Make sure to like, share and comment. Let me know which of the two you guys are invested in over here. Yeah, is it Velo or Xcn? Make sure to comment down below which one you favour reaching 10 cent first. Okay, I've been the Block Bull. The Block Bull is over and out.